Welcome to CQRS Overview. In this module, you'll learn about CQRS functions and processes, as well as commissioning organization and service provider CQRS responsibilities. This lesson provides examples of how CQRS supports nationally commissioned quality services, such as the Quality and Outcomes Framework, or QOF, as well as locally commissioned quality services. Here is how CQRS supports the QOF. Once the QOF has been negotiated and determined for the financial year, it will be made available on CQRS. This means that the NHS England Regional Local Offices, the commissioning organisation for the QOF, can offer the quality service to their service providers. Service providers can then decide whether to accept or reject the offer to participate in the QOF for that financial year. At any point, service providers can view the details of the QOF on CQRS. This allows them to view the calculations, indicators, and their associated thresholds and points on the CQRS system. Once the service providers accept the offer to participate in the QOF, the regional local offices will then automatically approve it. After the offer has been accepted and approved, CQRS sends a message to the GP Extraction Service, or GPES. Once received, GPES begins to send aggregated, non-patient identifiable achievement data to CQRS for those service providers participating in the QOF. CQRS will save administrative time, as it will calculate and update achievement every time it receives new data for a quality service. Once CQRS begins to receive data, service providers will be able to view their own achievement data via reports. The regional local offices will be able to view the achievement data for all their service providers participating in the QOF. Service providers will manually submit data on CQRS when it cannot be collected through automation. Users will clearly know what is automated and what is manual, with clear direction about when manual data submission is required. At the end of the payment period, in this case the end of the financial year, the achievement is calculated for all the service providers participating in the QOF. Service providers can then view their achievement before declaring it for approval by the NHS England Regional Local Offices. Provided the NHS England Regional Local Office is happy with the achievement declared by the service provider, they will approve the achievement. Otherwise, they can make manual adjustments via the web interface. The service providers will then have to approve these updates. Once complete, a message is sent from CQRS to the National Health Applications and Infrastructure Services, or NHAIS, also known as the Exeter system, to process payments to the GP practices. CQRS is not limited to supporting the QOF. It can also support other quality services, such as enhanced services, which will follow a similar process to the QOF. CQRS supports local commissioning by allowing a commissioning organization, such as a clinical commissioning group, or CCG, to use a template on CQRS, from which they can choose indicators and set their own threshold and point values. Let's look at this in more detail. The CCG can take the template enhanced services, for example, avoiding unplanned admissions, amend pounds and thresholds of the indicator, and then offer the amended service to one, some, or all of its service providers. The CCG may also make another copy of the template enhanced services with different thresholds, which it may offer to service providers with different circumstances. This allows the CCG to decide locally how it wishes to incentivize service providers for local needs. Note, it is expected that the CCG will discuss the offer off-system with service providers before offering it on CQRS. As the enhanced service is a template on CQRS, the extraction requirements have already been determined at a national level. This means that once the service provider accepts the offer of participating in the enhanced service, the offer is automatically set to approved and returned to the CCG, and data begins to flow from GPS to CQRS for those service providers participating. The process now is the same as the QoF example, and will be for most quality services supported on CQRS. Now that the data is being received by CQRS, the service provider and the CCG can view the achievement data throughout the duration of the enhanced service via reports. Once the end of the payment period is reached, CQRS calculates the achievement and the service provider can declare achievement. Again, as this enhanced service has been set up centrally on CQRS, the payment details are already agreed with the National Health Applications and Infrastructure Services, or NHAIS, also known as the Exeter system. Now the CCG can approve the achievement, and this generates a file sent to the NHAIS, which will process the payment. As you can see, a service provider could be participating in many quality services, and a commissioning organization may have offered many quality services to a number of service providers. CQRS helps manage this with a functionality called Participation Management. From here, a commissioning organization can see the quality services that they have offered, and the service provider can see the quality services that they are participating in. Once a quality service has been created, the commissioning organization offers it to a service provider to participate in. The service provider either then accepts or rejects the offer, which both the service provider and commissioning organization can view at any time via the participation management functionality. Remember, participation management does not replace discussions between commissioning organizations and service providers about the quality services they will offer or participate in. Rather, they reflect what has been agreed. The commissioning organization can access the participation management functionality in CQRS to create offers for quality services to service providers, withdraw or cancel these offers, and view all quality services it has commissioned. The service providers access the participation management functionality to accept or reject offers from commissioning organizations, and view all quality services it is participating in for that financial year. Subsequent quality services will appear in the organization's participation management as they are offered by commissioning organizations and agreed to by service providers. CQRS calculates a quality service achievement based on the data it receives from GPS and other data sources, for example, any manual data input. It then takes the relevant data and calculates the achievement due to the service provider for the quality service. This is based on the written contractual directions that have been agreed by the commissioning organization and have been reflected on the CQRS system. CQRS also calculates any aspiration payments. For example, for the QoF, this is 70% of previous achievement. A great CQRS feature is that it manages the flow of activities and provides prompts, reminders, and confirmations to all users. Task management provides a single location where you can see any outstanding workflow tasks you need to perform and notifications of any events in CQRS that affect you. For example, a service provider will receive a task message reminder to declare a quality service for approval once the achievement has been calculated. Similarly, as a commissioning organization, CQRS will notify when a quality service has been declared by a service provider and requires review and approval. Messages are information sent concerning the system. Unlike a task, a message does not necessarily require completing an action. Commissioning organizations and service providers can access standardized, easy-to-use, non-patient identifiable reports across all quality services supported by CQRS. All reports are based on the user role, and not all reports will be visible to all users. Participation management reports allow you to view the quality services you are participating in, or the quality services you have commissioned. Achievement reports allow you to monitor current levels of achievement across quality services you are participating in or have commissioned. Data entry reports allow you to see when achievement has been manually entered for a quality service. Declarations reports allow you to view the status of final achievement. This is particularly useful for commissioning organizations, so they can track the status of achievement and follow up where declarations need approving. Administrative reports allow you to view your organization's user roles. In addition, CQRS allows you to save the reports in CSV, PDF, and XLS format. You will learn more about reports in Module 9. Commissioning organizations and service provider organizations both have specific CQRS responsibilities. This lesson introduces you to these responsibilities. Everyone using CQRS will be assigned at least one user role. User roles determine what you can do and see in CQRS. Depending on how your organization works, user roles may apply to either all quality services and system activities, or can be limited to certain quality services and activities. There are two possible roles an organization can have in CQRS. Commissioning organizations are responsible for commissioning quality services. Service provider organizations are responsible for providing quality services. For example, a GP practice is a service provider organization, and one of its responsibilities is to provide locally commissioned quality services. Each organization has specific CQRS responsibilities. Let's take a look at the commissioning organization first. Depending on how commissioning organization users are set up in CQRS, their role may allow them to complete the activities displayed on the screen. Let's look at the activities the commissioning organization role can complete. The commissioning management role allows users to complete activities related to the commissioning of quality services, including creating quality services their organization can commission, offering quality services, withdrawing or cancelling an offer, and viewing all the quality services that their organization has commissioned. Service providers will make achievement and payment declarations in CQRS. The approval management role allows users to approve these achievement and payment declarations for their service providers. The finance management role allows users to approve the financial payment for their service providers. The achievement entry role allows users to enter achievement data for their service providers where applicable. An example of this is when an indicator for a quality service needs to be entered by the commissioning organization rather than the service provider. A user administrator is responsible for creating new users, as well as updating or removing existing users. A user administrator can create and update users and their roles within their organization. An advanced user administrator can not only create and update users and their roles within their organization, but also to their descendant organizations. CQRS provides standardized, easy-to-use, non-patient identifiable reports across all quality services supported by CQRS. The View role allows users to view reports. A very useful feature in CQRS is that reports can be downloaded and saved in PDF, CSV, or XLS formats. Now let's look at the CQRS activities of the service provider organization. Depending on how service provider organization users are set up in CQRS, their role may allow them to complete the activities displayed on the screen. The service management role allows users to complete activities relating to providing quality services, including accepting or rejecting offers to provide quality services from a commissioning organization, and viewing all the quality services that they have been commissioned to provide. The achievement entry role allows users to enter achievement data for indicators within a quality service that their organization is providing when manual entry is required. This will just be those indicators in a quality service where the data cannot be collected via GPES. The declaration management role allows users to declare achievement and payment declarations for quality services they have provided. The administration role allows users to create new users within their organization and grant them roles, as well as update existing users. The View role allows users to view reports. Let's take a few minutes to summarize what we covered in this module. You'll be able to access a central UK-based help desk staffed by knowledgeable people who can swiftly resolve issues and provide informed help and guidance with queries on the system. Help desk support hours will be 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. Note that some links for additional information are displayed. You can also find additional training resources in the CQRS Learning Center. The Online Courses tab contains more in-depth training modules for both commissioning organizations and service providers. The Job Aids and Tutorials tab contains simulation tutorials that demonstrate the specific steps required to complete common and/or critical CQRS tasks and job aids, providing key learning points and steps for common and/or critical CQRS tasks. And finally, you can view, print, or download the CQRS User Guide directly from the CQRS system itself.